Hello, book lovers. Are you looking for some more picture books? This time, do you want some multicultural picture books from a variety of different cultures? Well, I got you covered. I got 4 picture books to show you today. Remember, these are recommendations, not reviews, because they're positive, and they're based on the fact that I enjoyed reading these books, and I think you will too. First up, we have A Feast for Joseph. This book is co-authored by Terry Farish and Odd Bunny with illustrations by Ken Daley. I'm reading the inside flap. "Where are all the people?" asked Joseph. When Joseph and Mama lived in the refugee camp in East Africa, everyone cooked and ate together. In their new home, it's much too quiet. Joseph invites his relatives, his neighbors, and even his teacher for dinner, but everyone is too busy to come. This is a really interesting book about friendships, and there's a character in the book. His name is Whoosh. I'm Team Whoosh all the way. Whoosh just exudes joy and exuberance and is right there with Joseph and trying to get the people to come, and it's just a really it's a cute book about community and about, once again, food and how food brings people together. Another picture book that we have is The First Blade of Sweetgrass. This is a Native American story by Suzanne Greenlaw and Gabriel Frey with illustrations by Nancy Baker. I found that this was very interesting because I never knew how a lot of the the basket weaving and stuff is done, and it's passed down from generation to generation, thousands of years of technique and cultivating this particular sweetgrass, and it's really a very interesting story. Muscon, and forgive me for mispronouncing the name, is excited to accompany her grandmother for the first time to pick grass for basket making. But she must learn to distinguish the sweet grass they seek from other salt marsh grasses. Frustrated at first, she closes her eyes and lets the sun's warmth and the spirit and peace of the marsh fill her. She sees her ancestors gathering grass as they have done for centuries. And in the back of the book, it's really a great educational resource. There's a note from the authors regarding the historical context of this sweetgrass, which is by the people of First Light, the Wabanaki Confederacy. And so I learned something new. There's some words that are translated into English. It's a very interesting book with really gorgeous illustrations too. I'm really a fan of illustrations. I love illustrations so much. The next book is Coqui in the City. And I think Coqui means frog, which makes sense since his best friend is a frog. By Normar Perez, who's the author and illustrator. And we have a young boy who was living in Puerto Rico, and he took his Coqui, his frog named Coqui, with him everywhere. And then they ended up moving to New York, and things are not familiar to him and stuff. And so when he first moves there, and his mom takes him around, and he's sees a park, and he does see other frogs. And it's a really cute book about kids being able to adjust and adapt. But if you find some things that's kind of familiar to them, then that helps the transition to be a lot easier. So in this tender picture book, based on the author illustrator's own experiences, Miguel learns that Puerto Rico isn't just a place, but a piece of his heart. And then the final picture book is Ohana Means Family. This picture book is by Ilima Loomis, and illustrations are by Kenard Pak. What makes a tradition of a Hawaiian luau unique? Golden light, homegrown food, an ancient land, a loving family, and so much more. So in this book, it talks about, or it actually takes you like backwards about how poi, I guess is a traditional Hawaiian dish, is created. And it takes you back to, like, first we have the poi, what was a step before we had the poi on the table, then what was a step before that, back till you even get to the sunshine and the watery marsh. They all play a role in getting that poi to the table. And there's a history in the back of the book, as well as a glossary of words. So again, we have wonderful picture books for the readers in your life or for your own library.